Mary is fatally ill in Sanditon's climactic episode. Tom keeps watch beside her bedside. Meanwhile, Lady Susan and Samuel get closer as they try to arrange marriages. The Hankins siblings gather at the Parker home early in the morning to say prayers for Mary, who has passed out from a fever and is unconscious. They are needed because Mary needs a miracle to live, according to Dr. Fuchs. Tom wants to atone and apologize for disobeying Mary's wishes for the historic district. Charlotte offers to go with him and lay out Mary's ideas. Tom reassures Mary that she will have all she needs when the two of them visit Mrs. Filkins, Mary's former maid. She presents him with a miniature cross for Mary. Mary has always been correct about the old town, he says her as he comes back to her side and presses the cross into her hand. To ensure her survival, he will abandon all other plans. She looks up. On the beach, Susan and Samuel are having a lot less stressful morning. Samuel admits to Susan that he is at long last thinking about getting married to her. She informs Samuel, however, that they were caught up in the moment and that they should let it pass and go back to their life after receiving a letter from a soldier riding a horse. Charlotte informs Mary that she has called off her marriage to Ralph as she recovers in bed. She is urged by Mary to notify Alexander. He is out riding when Charlotte gets there, so she decides not to leave a message and instead goes to see him. Charlotte is informed by Samuel that Susan is leaving Sanditon. Susan informs Charlotte that she has been called back to London by the king, a former lover. She can't say no. However, she implores Charlotte to pursue her own love, and Charlotte responds by promising to talk to Alexander after Lady Denham's nuptials to Raleigh Price. Then, though, Lydia informs Georgiana that she has gotten engaged. Georgiana and Charlotte presume it is to Alexander since he has been pursuing Lydia and has decided that Leo and Augusta need a mother. Charlotte has lost too much ground. When Charlotte shows up for Lady Denham's wedding, she begs Samuel to stop Susan from leaving Sanditon and explains why Susan is leaving. Since Augusta hasn't eaten or slept since Edward rejected her, Charlotte is uncomfortable seated next to Alexander when Augusta invites her to sit with her. However, they don't stay long. Despite Edward's pleading, and despite the fact that he would lose a home if she got married, Lady Denham will not be attending. He informs the Reverend Hankins and Price. The crowd is then informed by Edward that the wedding has been cancelled. Lady Denham's decision to prevent Beatrice Hankins from experiencing happiness at such a senior age baffles Beatrice Hankins. Beatrice and her brother dispute about her friendship with Fuchs. Later, her repentant brother approaches a beaming Beatrice and inquires about hosting Fuchs for tea. Susan can only apologize when Samuel tells her that the king doesn't deserve her and that she should stay. Price interrupts Lady Denham at her residence to chat with her. Tom's decision to back out of the agreement to build a hotel over the ancient town in accordance with Mary's wishes had already let him down. Now he has been abandoned at the altar. It was too difficult for Lady Denham to decide to give up her home, Sanditon, her life, her title, or her freedom. Georgiana Harmon vanished silently after Agnes Harmon struggled valiantly to locate her. Georgiana concludes that she was simply another dishonest fortune seeker. When Georgiana is getting her wedding dress fitted for Harry Montrose, Agnes then makes a surprise appearance. Georgiana discovers the note was lost under a stack of papers after Agnes reveals that she left one. The sum of money Lady Montrose promised Agnes to vanish is enclosed with the note. In front of her kids, Georgiana approaches Lady Montrose and demands the money back. After Georgiana departs, Harry follows her and tells her that what his mother did is unacceptable. They both need love, thus getting married would be a mistake because it would make them both miserable. Georgiana confesses to her mother that she is embarrassed of the person she has become and wishes to leave Agnes her money so that she might put it to good use. Agnes claims that with Otis' assistance, who loves her, Georgiana could accomplish that on her own. Agnes left for London to see Otis after realizing Georgiana was in love with him and not Harry. Georgiana offers everyone her sincere apologies for her recent harmful actions and lets them know that she and her mother are traveling to London to visit Otis. Charlotte has made the decision to spend some time with her sister Allison. She wants to teach and start a school for females, and her father has pardoned her for breaking off her engagement to Ralph. Due to their patron Alexander Colborne's interest on women's education, the Parkers seek to incorporate such a school into their plans for the old town. Additionally, each family will have an outdoor space, and all of the rundown residences will be fixed. Lady Denham is approached by the Parkers for an investment, even though there will be no financial gain. Denham offers to match any donations Alexander makes because she sees Charlotte and herself as independent women. Edward reassures Lady Denham that he will remain by her side to keep her company for as long as she wants once they are back at her large house. However, she has a fresh strategy for him. If she believed he had changed, she pledged to give him a living. His consideration for her, insistence that she marry despite the fact that it would deny him a house, and refusal to ruin Augusta, all speak favorably of him. So Lady Denham will pay his clergyman's salary. To ensure that Price has a place to stay when he visits Lady Denham every few months, if she agrees, he has chosen to completely finance Tom's original concept for a modest hotel that won't relocate anyone. Now that Harry and Georgiana are not getting married, Harry and Arthur also get together. In London, Georgiana meets up with Otis again and tells him that when he returned her mother had guided her back to him. Agnes is the lone witness to their marriage. Susan turned around halfway to London to go back to Samuel, but she never made it there. He is indispensable to her. Alexander and Lydia are not engaged. As Charlotte had incorrectly reported, the new pair also realizes. As Charlotte takes a carriage to leave Sanditon, they dash to Alexander. Similar to how Sidney Parker previously stopped Charlotte's carriage among the cliffs, Alexander mounts a horse and does the same. This time, the conclusion is happier. Alexander confesses that Lydia has been secretly courting another guy and is actually engaged to him, not to him. He and Charlotte are both free to wed anybody they want. This time, when they kiss, Charlotte doesn't pull away sobbing about how impossible their relationship is. This time, it's merely the start and not the conclusion. Numerous joyful couples are present at the wedding of Charlotte and Alexander, including Denham and Price. After a year, Charlotte has been hired as the instructor at the Parker family's new school in the historic district. Charlotte assures Augusta and Leo that a girl may be anything she chooses to be, and that Alexander will meet her after school with their newborn.